The two judges having differed, they directed the case to be laid before the Chief Justice for obtaining a third judge's opinion on that question. The judge to whom the matter was referred by his judgment dated January 31, 1958, expressed the opinion that the word copy in section 419 meant a certified copy and directed his opinion to be laid before the division bench. In view of the opinion of the third judge, the division bench held that the memorandum of appeal had not been accompanied by a copy within the meaning of section 419, and that on February 25, 1954, when a certified copy came to be filed, the period of limitation for appealing against the order of acquittal had already expired, and that as the application for extension of the period of limitation had been dismissed, the appeal was barred, and they accordingly dismissed the appeal. The learned judges, however, by the same order gave the appellant a certificate that the case was a fit one for appeal to this court. Section 419 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, under which the appeal was filed, provides that every appeal shall be made in the form of a petition in writing presented by the appellant or his pleader, and every such petition shall be accompanied by a copy of the judgment or order appealed against, and in cases tried by a jury, a copy of the heads of the charges recorded under section 367. The sole question raised in this appeal is whether this section requires a petition of appeal to be accompanied by a certified copy of the judgment or order appealed from. It will be noticed that the section requires a copy of the judgment to be filed along with the petition of appeal. There can be no doubt that the ordinary dictionary meaning of the word copy is a reproduction or transcription of an original writing. As the section does not in terms require a certified copy, it is urged on behalf of the appellant that the word copy with reference to a document has only one ordinary meaning, namely a transcript or reproduction of the original document, and that there being nothing uncertain or ambiguous about the word copy, no question of construction or interpretation of the section can at all arise. It is contended that it is the duty of the court to apply its aforesaid order ordinary and grammatical meaning to the word copy appearing in section 419, and that it should be held that the filing of a plain copy of the judgment along with the petition of appeal was a sufficient compliance with the requirements of that section. The matter, however, does not appear to us to be quite so simple. A copy may be a plain copy, that is an unofficial copy, or a certified copy. If a certified copy of the judgment is annexed to the petition of appeal, nobody can say that the requirements of the section 419 have not been complied with for a certified copy is nonetheless a copy stop, that being the position a question of construction does arise as to whether the word copy used in section 419 refers to a plain copy or to a certified copy or covers both varieties of copy stop. It is well settled that the words of a statute, when there is doubt about their meaning, are to be understood in the sense in which they bid harmonize with the subject of the enactment and the object which the legislature has in view. Stop over.